Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Staigh, owner of Halo Power Solutions. We are Sherwood Park and Fort Saskatchewan's most trusted electricians. Welcome to the Halo Powerhouse. We got a great show today. Today we got John Frunchak from Frunchak Painting and Handyman Service. Welcome to the show today, John.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and honor to be here.
All right, well, sure happy to have you here. And let's get right into it here. So tell me about Frunchak Painting. Hang on a sec. Am I saying your last name right? Is it Frunchak? What do you get?
Well, I mean, I've gotten all sorts of variations, to be honest. But if you really want to get down to it, it's the proper pronunciation is Frunchak.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, people seem to struggle with that, so we just say Frunchak.
Okay.
And we just go from there.
So you'll answer it either one, right?
Well, I mean, it depends what comes before it, but yes.
All right. Well, we got that figured out. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about Frunchak Painting and Handyman Service. First of all, how'd you get into the business?
Well, I started off, my dad, he was a floor layer years and years ago. And so, you know, that was the only time we got to spend with him. At work. So, you know, I started off being introduced into the industry at a very young age. And then from there, just kind of branched out into my own thing, doing different jobs, working for a painter, drywaller, been in the service industry on the rigs. And finally, I got to the point where I got tired of arguing with everybody about how things are supposed to be done. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do it on my own, because then I only have me to argue with.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're taking the plunge. You're a business owner.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I joined that category.
That's awesome. So let's get into really the type of work you do. You know, I've been on your website here, and you got some great photos. You got some excellent Google reviews already. And but let's talk about the different projects you've done here. You know, we're looking at it looks like some bathroom work, definitely flooring outside. You know, what's your favorite type of project take on, John?
Pretty much anything, to be honest. At the end of the day, my goal is to make the customer happy, right? And I know for me, because of how hard I am on myself about the work I do, if I'm happy at the end of the day, I know my customer is going to be happy.
Right.
So that is basically why I do what I do, is to not only take your space that you enjoy and love being in every day. If I can make that a better living space for you, that's all that matters to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. You know, we've got some so painting, drywall repair, taping, flooring, carpentry, decks, fences, concrete, landscaping, and more. I mean, you're doing a bit of everything here.
Well, the goal is to eventually be at the point where I am the one call for many different options.
Yeah, no, that's great. And you know, when we're talking about the customers that you like doing work for, like what's your ideal customer, and what's the customer you want to stay away from?
Oh, goodness. Well, I think the list of customers to stay away from is longer, to be honest. I mean, you know, there's so many different types of people out there that, you know, you can't really put them all into one category, right? But in all fairness, as a business, the customer that we all love to see is one who actually sees what the work is, how much work actually goes into the job, how much detail goes into it being done, and not just done, but done right. And also appreciates the fact that, okay, you know, this person actually knows what they're doing, and appreciates that, hey, their time costs money, right? Because I mean, that's the ideal type of customer that understands your time is valuable just as much as your knowledge.
I think you nailed it when you said value, because there's a very very big difference between, what's the price and what's the value.
Yes.
Because sometimes the best price is definitely not going to get you your best value.
No, I've seen what the best price gets you.
Yes, as have we. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's for sure. Is there a certain project that you've done in the past that you just absolutely loved? One you can think of?
Oh, off the top of my head, there's so many.
Yeah, that's
actually, I had a customer start crying because of how appreciative they were of the job that was being done. And for me, just to see that reaction from them, oh man, that was the best feeling for me.
Yeah.
To say, hey, you really made such a big difference for this customer. For me, that spoke more than any actual words.
Yeah, I believe it. It's very different from the customer crying because of what someone else has done, and they're devastated or upset.
Actually,
about it, right?
what it was it was a simple mudding and taping job.
Okay.
And the work that was being done before was just somebody just a do-it-yourselfer kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And not much experience with doing what they were doing, so everything was kind of uneven, rounded corners. The drop off from where the corner is, it dropped off. It didn't flatten out. It was straight up, rounded corner, and then curved back up into the drywall.
Okay.
And they didn't take the time to actually even it out to make it look proper, right? Yeah. And so they asked me to come in and just do all this work, and there was a lot of it to do. And I think there was twice actually that the lady, she just came and she just started crying. She's like, wow, this is amazing.
What an awesome story. And I have tried to do some drywall work, and there's a reason I'm an electrician, not a drywaller, because man, that's an art. And so I'm glad you could do it.
It takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, I'll stay in my lanes and you stay in yours, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Okay, so you've got a special here, and the first part of the first thing you got title on here is crazy. So, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, get them done. Handyman special offer. First project, up to 4 hours, $20.
Yeah.
Is this for real? This to me sounds like a joke.
100%. But if you actually read it, it says, are all those unfinished projects driving you crazy?
Ah, yes.
Right? Yes, the crazy catches your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I gotta be crazy to offer this, but yes, it's 100% true.
All right. That's fantastic. And these are the kind of things you could be saving marriages by doing these little jobs.
You know what?
That us husbands haven't gotten done. There's a few around my place.
Yeah, well, hey, if it's something like that can help out your relationship, I mean, I really hope it helps.
All right, Dr. Phil of the Handyman world.
Well, I charge extra for that title.
Gotcha. All right, and as a lot of customers, sometimes they don't ask, but I see you've got it here. You got the proper insurance.
Yep.
You carry WCB, and you get free estimates for your projects.
100%.
Okay, that's fantastic. That is. Oh yeah. How do you? So with the services you offer, John, how do you charge for these? Like, is it hourly, or how do these work?
Well, I start off by testing you by saying 10 grand off the hop. that's usually
watch the reaction.
response.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, in all honesty, we're doing half day and full day rates.
Makes sense.
That way, it's not a whole bunch of guessing. There's not a whole bunch of any of these different things, right? So that's why, literally, if you have a list of tiny little things that you just don't have the time to get to,
mm-hmm.
or you don't know how to, things as simple as tightening the union fitting underneath your kitchen sink, or tightening up some screw somewhere that you're just not sure how to do.
Yeah.
That's why we price it that way, so that it doesn't stress you out as a customer wondering, well, how long is this? Well, how about that? Well, how about this, right? It's straight up half day and full day.
I think that's great, because there's a lot of smaller projects, that most of us don't have time to get done that you can take care of in a half day. And no, I think that's really fair for your pricing, and we follow a similar type of plan for that. So that's great. What is the best way for your customers to get a hold of you?
Well, honestly, other than your amazing show.
Oh, thanks.
You can find me on Google.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google, type in the search bar. I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. That's where you can find me.
Great, and we got your phone number here. We'll put that up on the screen, 587-594-7780. You can call John, you can text him, all sorts of ways to get in touch with him. Well, John, it's been a real pleasure having you on the show today. I think you're offering services that all of us can definitely use, and I can see from what you got on the site, looks like you've done some great work already.
Well, I appreciate that, and some of them, some of them seem a lot simpler than what they really are, and so for that price, I mean, you're not getting just my quality workmanship that, yes, I do call it quality, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But you're also getting the knowledge of everything that I do know and everything that I'm still learning, because we learn every day, right?
Absolutely.
But you're getting all of that for that one set price, right? So I mean, for me, as a business owner, I'm like, do I really want to? But as a customer standpoint, it's a lot of value for that price.
Well, it's all about establishing relationships too.
100%.
I imagine you're not looking for that one-time customer. You're looking for
That's
that
correct.
client that you're going to build that rapport with. They're going to call you back, and they're going to recommend you to friends, family, colleagues.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you don't got people calling you back, why are you even starting?
That's right. Yeah. So there you go. First handyman project, $20. It's for real. Give John a call. All right. Well, awesome having you on the show today. And just because we were so pleased having you on today, John, I'm giving you one of our sought after, very warm and cuddly Halo Power hoodies. Just for joining us today. So there you go.
That's the best part.
Awesome having you on the show today.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you very much.
So there you go. Get in touch with John Frunchak for any of your handyman projects, painting. And once again, I'm Kevin Staigh, Halo Power Solutions. Thanks for joining us on the Powerhouse today. We'll see you next time.